Hey, good morning, beautiful people. How are you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Yoyo's Life. Welcome to my live stream this beautiful morning. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Come on in. Let's discuss today's topic. This is on special demands. My subscribers wanted us to talk about this topic, and that's why we're here. So, welcome to my live stream. Good morning to you all. Trust your day has been going great. How are you guys doing, by the way? Is it a raining morning for me? Raining, and that's why I'm starting this late because the sleep was so good. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's a beautiful day that the Lord has made. Yes, and we shall indeed rejoice and be glad in it. And what is today's date again? Is today Friday? I completely forgot. Thank God it's Friday, guys. Catch me this evening for Thank God it's Friday. We're going to have an amazing conversation this evening. Oyoyo is coming prepared with some of the suggestions my subscribers gave on the live stream yesterday. Yeah, so we'll be talking about a lot this evening. How the WhatsApp group members of Mr. Cora Obidi are now in court and more lawsuits may follow because they are still back to back, fighting dirty. Okay, we'll be talking about that in details this evening. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on YouTube, and turn on your post notification bell to receive my notification whenever I go live. I need your contribution in the comment section. So don't forget to turn up with for Yo-Yo in the morning. So we are talking about this conversation because we are making reference to other things that have come up in the course of our discussing Koro Obidi's case. So that's why we are talking about this. And it's very important for us women and young girls and parents to know before you embark on certain relationship that might produce children, you have to be extremely careful because you don't know what might come out of it. Especially when you're not ready to be a mother, when you're not ready to be a father, please come on in. Let's have today's conversation. And guys, as you come in, please like this live stream for me. Click the like button, support what we are doing here by liking the live stream, share, and when you want to contribute in the comment section. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear what you're thinking. I want to know what is going on in your mind. What is um my thumbnail saying? Let's get back to the thumbnail so we can be able to understand what we are discussing today. My thumbnail is talking about slavery in America in 2024. We are not talking about 1338. We are not talking about 1375 America. We're talking about 2024 America, slavery in America. Is that still possible? Is there still slavery in America? According to this wealthy couple in West Virginia, United States of America, yes, there are still people doing that. Yes. Welcome, Katori. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you also, Adewusi. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like this video for me. Don't forget to share and call on your friends. Share on your WhatsApp group. Let's come and hear the developing story in America. This has been in court since last year, October, and is beginning to not sound so good and all of that. So we'll be reading and we'll be, analyzing what is going on here. Before I continue to talk about this wealthy white couple in West Virginia, America, I want to also bring to the attention of my sisters. Yeah, when I mean my sisters, people that look like me, if you're there and you're in a relationship, okay, make sure you shine your eye well. Make sure you're ready to be a parent before you bring a child to this world. If you're not ready to bring a child to this, to be a parent, don't bring any child to this world. Because you know what? Even if you give that child for adoption, you don't know the hands that your child will fall into. The likes of Mr. Korobidi, he said it's better the children are raised in foster care than being with their mother, Cora Obidi. That is what this man said in his live streams when he was talking about Cora Obidi not being a good mother, being a good fit for his children. So, assuming this was their case, that some wealthy white folks or some wealthy wacko person adopt their children and all of those. You don't know what might happen the moment that child leaves your hands. You can only account for how you take care of the child when the child is within your home. But when the child is not in your home, under your care, you cannot really say for sure how that child will be taken care of. Why am I talking about this slavery in 2024 America? Why am I talking about the wealthy white folks? Yeah, the wealthy white folks are in the news. They were, somebody, their neighbor called the police on them last year, October, and the police came to do wellness check. And upon that, they realized that this couple adopted five black children, ranging from age 9 all the way to 16. So these children, they've been living with these people and they turned them to their slaves to work their farms, take care of their homes, and they gave them what is called a clubhouse to live in their mansion, in their farm mansion. They have adequate facility, they have adequate land to at least make something a livable place for these five children they adopted as children. They did not hire them to just come and work on their farmland. No, they did adoption. They went through the process, adopted these children. Then again, you ask yourself, why black children? That is the question. Why black children? Don't you guys think that now that this is gaining the momentum on the media, is going to bring that confusion and the pain and agony for some certain people, the black folks? Yes, because the thing is going to result so many things. Why didn't you adopt children that look like you? After all, when Karens, we call, screaming and yelling women Karens, okay? When you are a black mother and you're carrying a white child with you, which is your child, for example, Korobidi has, light looking children that you could pass them as white kids, right? But they are mixed children. So somebody might stop Cora tomorrow. A Karen might stop Cora tomorrow and call the police on her for going around, walking around with those children because they feel they don't look like her, so they shouldn't belong to her. A lot of black folks, they've testified and are still making stories. And even on Instagram and YouTube, we'll see a lot of stories how some people called police on them because they have white kids. Then you ask yourself, how could these people successfully do this without the system tracking it down? You ask yourself, what happened? How did they go through adopting these five children? Did they adopt them at once or they were adopting them at different stages? How come nobody? My light just blinked as if they wanted to take the light. It's been raining since morning. Oh, it's still blinking. Maybe our light is going to go off. I hope it's not thunderstorm. That shouldn't happen. Anyways, so you'll be thinking, how come nobody dictated what this couple were doing? How come? A lot of questions that might be going on in your mind right now. I don't blame you if you have those multiple questions. Why didn't they adopt white kids? Why did they adopt solely black children? Some people that love children and really want to help better their lives, if they are white, they will adopt white, black, Asians, and mix up the whole thing. That is the whole essence of diversity, right? No, this couple are white, wealthy couple, and they adopted 5 black children to do slave for them, slave work their farm, work, they clean their homes, and everything you can even imagine. On the ones you can't even imagine, that's what they did adopt these children for. So let's get into the details so you'll be able to follow me and follow my thought. This couple, they are 63 and 62 years of age. Their names: Jenny Whitefeather is 62, the wife, and Donna Lane, 63. They are now accused of using 5 black children for forced labor on their farm. You think slavery is over? You're hearing it is happening in America. Just a few days ago, in one of my live stream, a subscriber of mine from YouTube dropped a comment for me. When we were creating awareness for people listening to us, watching our videos to know what is happening. She made a comment saying, if you're migrating abroad because you got a job overseas, and the reference she made was the Indian couple that adopted and that hired a woman from Africa, and then they turned her to slave. That was what she did, comment she left for me. I was like, wow. So we started talking about it. It was aired by 60 Minutes in America. It's a news platform where they showcase strange but true stories of what is happening in our society. So when she made that statement in the comment section, we got talking about it. We were like telling anybody, if you're going overseas to work for in a foreign country, and maybe you're going for house job, right? House labor, let's say nanny work, house keeper, housemaid kind of job, that you should be ready to know where your country embassy is and make sure you have your legal document. That was what we talked about when we talked about those people migrating to work as housekeeper, as carer, as nannies. We did not even understand that is also happening in America. They did not hire these people. That's the irony of the whole thing. They went through the adoption process. They adopted 5 black children, and they turned these children to slaves. Imagine the trauma that might be going on with these children right now. One thing is, the police that did wellness check saw the living condition of these children, and they swung into action. The woman who was taken, they were arrested, and now they are trying their case. But guess what? It's not only doing forced labor. How about emotional stress? How about, name callings? How about the kind of food they serve them? And how many number of hours they get for sleep? How about depriving them of basic education? In America, the government of America made it mandatory that everybody should have a high school degree. From elementary to high school is practically free. So that you will not say it's because your parents can't afford high school, that's why you did not get education. How about those children? Are they in school? Or they be purely legally adopted as their own children to farm their land? Is that their aim? To continue slavery that had been abolished many years ago. Just recently, on the 19th of June, we celebrated Juneteenth, which is the emancipation of the blacks in Texas. They were the last people to be freed from slavery. I came here and said, Happy Juneteenth, Happy Freedom Day, Happy Black Independence Day. Only for me to hear in the news that slavery is still very much around in America. And guess what? This rich, wealthy white couple adopted black children, 5, to work their lands. Not because they want to give them love that their parents that gave them for adoption did not consider, not because they want to, raise children, contribute to the community. No, not because they are in love with children. Maybe they were unable to have their own children. No, it's none of those. Their sole aim is to get servants that will wash their feet, sweep their floor, work their farm, and also rear their animals for them. Slavery was abolished in 18. Let me get the date slavery was abolished so that you guys can understand what these people are bringing back in today's America. What they are bringing back. Today's America. It's really sad. It's very sad. Very sad. That was December 6th, 1865. That was when slavery was what? Abolished. The Congress, they passed Congress in January 31st, 1865, they passed the law abolishing slavery and ratified it December on December 6th. That was when it was ratified. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery in America. 13th Amendment abolished America in 1865. So 1865, then 1965 will make it 100 years, and this is 2020, 2024. So after over 100 and something years, these people are still practicing slavery. The only difference is that they did not go to Africa to get these children. So they got these children in their own land where they were born, in America, and they turned them to slave, to work their farms, to rear their animals, wash their feet, cook their meals, make their beds, and at the same time eat crumbs. They are not adults, they are children. So you can't say they should also go and toil and make money. No. They were not hired for labor. They were legally adopted through the adoption system. So this is a wake-up call for my sisters, my people. If you're not ready to be a mother, before you bring a child to this world, ask yourself, am I ready? Don't go and give up your child for adoption for this kind of wacko people to come and take them and turn them to slaves while you're still alive. One thing is to be a woman, another thing is to say, I want to have children, another is to make mistakes of getting pregnant when you're not ready. When you're not ready. Chichi, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So let me continue this conversation and let's see. So this couple, they are using the 5 black children for forced labor on their farm. This is according to what the court is saying. The discovery of the reported abuse came to light last October, and the couple was taken into custody. White Feather appeared in the court for a preliminary hearing late last year regarding the child neglect case. Deputies said they found 2 children locked in a shade after using forced entry into the couple's barn. Following up on a welfare check that was called into them, the deputy responded to, all right. Guys, as always, disclaimer. Today's conversation, we are following the Copyright Act of 1963 that allows fair use. There is no infringement of any kind intended in what we are discussing today. It's for educational purposes and at the same time creating awareness to folks out there for them to know what is happening in our community, what is happening in our world. So this is basically for educational purposes. And let me continue. So the deputy responded to October 2023 call and described the awful condition where the children were found. One of them responded and said, "Ma'am, we are not able to open the door from the inside," she said. I was repulsed for the lack of better terms. As soon as the door was opened, the heat from the inside hit us. The smell made our eyes water. It was terrible without running water, circulating air, or beds. So these children were meant to sleep on the floor. And if you guys know, America can be very cold around the time they were discovered, October, November, December. They were sleeping on the bare floor, on the cement floor. That was their living condition. And there was no running water, no nothing. You heard it from the deputy. That's what the court document is saying. The moment they entered, the smell there hit them. The heat hit them. The smell, the stench from that place made their eyes watery. It was terrible without running water, no circulating air or birds. Then, according to the NBC News, the couple is facing dozens of charges, including human trafficking, child neglect, forced labor, after they adopted 5 black children were forced to do labor and live in deplorable condition. You can understand typically what it means. You can understand. This is described by the deputy that went on the call, the people that got there after a neighbor did a call, say that there is something going on in this home, go look it up, go investigate. And upon getting there, the children that were locked in could not even open the door because they were locked in from outside. The deputies had to forcefully open the door to rescue these children. 5 black children. So if you're there thinking, yeah, the foster care or whatever, foster arrangement is better off than you having your child, raised by you. Think again. Think again. All right, let me continue the what they're saying in the court concerning this. What these children were going through, it is frankly horrifying and despicable. There is no other way to describe it. That is the county assistant prosecutor that was talking. That was how he described the situation. White Feathers admitted to the deputy that the children were left in the shade, but stated that they like it. Tell me, how can you like somewhere there is no air, no circulating air? That means there is no window. Because if there is window, you have some air. No circulating air, no running water for you to even wash your hand when you pee or when you do whatever, nothing. And then that's what the mother of these children, remember, they are legally adopted. So basically, they are their parents. That's what this woman had to tell the court, that those children, they like to be locked up, right? Okay. Deputy said that at the couple's main residence, they located another small child who was locked inside and alone. That child was in an unprotected loft, approximately 15 feet high. Unprotected. According to the county sheriff office, the family had moved to West Virginia last year from Washington State, with all 5 adopted children being homeschooled. So that nobody know, when you homeschool your children, the school will not have access to them. No other outsider will have access to those children. Nobody can be able to dictate what is happening to the children. And I bet you they don't take these children to anywhere, so that people will not see them and see them malnourished or see them looking dirty and then report to authority. For you to understand, this is completely slavery. That's what they turned those 5 black children to. Officials said that children are currently all safe, while White Feather and Lanes have pleaded not guilty for the charges they are facing. Upon all the discovery made by the deputies and the sheriff, they are still saying they are not guilty for all the counts, all the charges. They are not guilty. The couple is being held on 500,000 bonds as they await their trial that is scheduled for September. So this case is ongoing and is scheduled for September 9th. So we'll be following the story, and I will mark my calendar for us to follow this story. Now, back to the conversation, guys. back to this. Hey, Temi, how are you? Beautiful. Good morning to you and everyone on the platform. I'm just back from work this morning. How are you doing? Please, you need to go get some, some nap, and you need to go and sleep. Honestly, I don't know if you did 12 hours or 8 or 10, but you need to go sleep, Temi, sincerely. You need to hit the bed. Don't drink any coffee to wake you up. Rather, drink milk that will make you more sleepy. Anyways, so guys, what am I saying? Why am I having this conversation? If you're out there thinking, I'll just got, you get pregnant anyhow without the question, how am I going to cater for these children? How? Then if you're not ready to cater for your children, don't get pregnant. Don't bring any child to this world if you cannot cater for them. If you can't. There are some exceptions to these. In the cases of RAPE, you don't have any other option. Some people don't have any option than to just give birth to those children. But think about it. This couple, they were intentional with their act. They knew what they were doing. How come they did not adopt 2 black kids, 2 white kids? How come the 5 of the children they adopted were all blacks? And that did not raise any flag? Even to the system where they adopted these children, were they not doing awareness check? They not doing visitation on the children? To tell you that this couple were intentional. They were living in Washington State, according to the news report here. They just moved to West Virginia last year. Okay, let me get back to that. I know we read about it just now. When you're looking for something, you will not find it very quickly. Okay, they moved to West Virginia just last year. And within that last year, they moved. A good Samaritan, God used somebody, a neighbor, to call police on them. This couple, they were living in Washington State with all these 5 children, and they had a case in Washington State that was under investigation. So what happened when they moved? Did the case not transfer with the children to the next state? At least government was following up. There was a case, there was investigation. How come when they moved to West Virginia, they did not transfer the case file to West Virginia? How come the system also failed these children? How come when this family couple moved, why did they move? What were they running away from? The investigation in Washington was never concluded. And then they moved, and you guys just let them go. At least this one is off our radar. Let West Virginia people handle it. How come calling the social services West Virginia to report there is a case of 5 children under investigation by this couple? We are transferring the files to your state where they live now to follow up. How come? In 2024, slavery in America, is this something that anybody want to hear? It's not something they bargain for. Little kids adopted to give them love and provide for them and cater for them. Is adoption now for you to go and adopt people that will be servicing you, that will be working your farm, doing manual labor for you, shining your shoes and cleaning your home? Adoption, when you go to the adult, they're going to ask you reasons why you want to adopt. Some people say, I couldn't have my own children. I want to give love to children, that were abandoned or, given out by their parents. And they appear to be nice and good. Or why did the system not even question? Why are you so interested in only black kids? Why? Is it that they don't ask all those questions? You adopted the first one, black child, second one, black, third, fourth, fifth, all of them. And you said you're homeschooling them so that the public will not see what the children, we are going through. The state, the police met the children. They say, remember, it was in October they met them. So October is already cold in America. One of them had no shoes on, and he has a huge, big sore on his feet. The girl had a shoe on. The boy had no shoe on. They were sleeping on the floor. No bed, no running water, no air. That means there is no window where they put these people. These children, out of their own design, they decided to make these children go through horrible situation, even in their own country. So I'm saying, if you're a sister listening to me, before you bring any child to this world, think again. That kerewa that you want to go and do unprotectedly, think again. Before you engage in anything unprotected, if you're not ready to be a mother, don't bring a child to this world. One thing is to get pregnant and take care of the child and sit yourself up. And this is applicable to young folks too. And if care is not taken, I'm going to make a short video so that I can address all young people from, like say, 16 to 13. If you're not ready to nurse a child, to raise a child, don't open your legs. On no condition should you do that. Don't bring a child that someone else will go and adopt and turn the person to slavery in 2024. It is very sad and very pathetic. Don't do it. Before you said you were carried away and the next thing you thought I thought he loves me. No. That little boy will leave you. For some middle school girls, they will say, but he said he doesn't love you. That's infatuation. It's not love. The moment you get pregnant, he will tell you that no, he wants to go to college, he wants to do this, he wants to do that he can't be able to be there for you. So before you even think about anything, think about the future of the child. If you don't want to think about your own future, how am I going to raise this child by myself? No, I'm not ready. I don't want anyone to get me pregnant. But I'm still asking this couple, why black children? 5 of them. In a country like America, so diversified, there is no ethnicity that you will not find in this country. There is no region, no culture you will not find in America. Why only black children? He never thought about mixing them up because the intention was never to love the children. Because if he had mixed them up, adopted some white kids and then black kids, and if he start treating the black kids to farm their land when he treats the white kids better, the white children will say, no, that's wrong, because they are still children. Until they start telling them things that will bring hatred and bring, division among them. It will be, they would have caught them quicker if they had mixed children. But not just like I said, the system also failed these children. They said they had a case in Washington. They knew maybe the authorities were closing in on them on how they were treating those children and other things they got themselves into in Washington. They sold their house quickly in Washington and moved to West Virginia, and this case file was never transferred. Nobody followed up with the uncompleted investigation in Washington State. Anyway, of course, they are pure evil. Black Americans still fighting racism in America. Of course, that is true. For anybody, that's why when I hear those my sisters from Nigeria coming to say Cora this, Cora that, Cora this, Cora that, I say you guys don't know what goes. I've said that statement countless times in my live stream. I say it all the time. People don't know what it is. They are still doing slavery in 2024, according to this white, rich, wealthy white couple. It's all over the news. If you go on Google right now, type wealthy white couple, boom, on your face, all over the news. I saw it from New York Times day before yesterday. I was like, no, this is not happening. This is not happening. I've been battling with my conscience since 2 days ago. Should I run this story? Should I not run it? Should I? Should I? But why won't I? Why won't I? 5 black children turned to slavery. 5 black children. There are evil people living among us, and they come in all colors and races. But this couple are what he said they are, very, very wicked. I wonder if they are active churchgoers, and of course they will be. They will be active churchgoers. When they come in church, they will be the ones that will tell you that abortion is this, don't do it, don't do it. They are the ones. They are the ones that will tell you, no, these people is bad. The pride people, they are bad. They are going to hell. They will be the first to do the judgment. I remember what happened to Arbery case in Atlanta. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right. The boy that mistakenly went to a wrong neighborhood, and they took him out, chasing him down the street with GUN until they ended him. That happened a few years ago. That is the America that some of you people talking about Quora on social media don't know. That is the truth. So when you see your fellow black sister, embrace her first. Give her a hug. You don't know how it has been for her. And for my sisters that will go and open their legs very wide and get pregnant to have children they cannot cater for, think again before you find yourself in a very compromising way. Think again. That is not love. That is pure infatuation and lust. Think again. If you're not ready to be a mother, don't bring a child to this world. Don't. I'm emphatically saying it. When I heard the story of those 5 children, I was like, oh, it's within my kids' age bracket from 9 to 16. I can't even imagine. You begin to process a lot of things. I got this story 2 days ago, and I've been battling with my conscience. Yesterday, I asked my audience in my live stream yesterday, do you guys want me to run this story? Why were they allowed to adopt them in the first place? Adoption, yeah, anybody can adopt anybody. If you say no, they shouldn't adopt, it will be as if the agency is being racist and all of that. So they gave them the option. But my question, why all 5 of them? Why are they all blacks? How come you did not, why are you so interested in adopting black kids? No, we don't have black kids available, but we have a white child available, yeah, you can mix them up. No. When somebody went from 1 to 3, that's when you start suspecting that couple. They did not mix up. Angelina Jolie went to, I think, Kenya or East Africa. I can't remember the state country precisely. Adopt a child. And she went somewhere else, adopted another. She mixed them up. So she has, if you come to her home, you know this is America. Her home looks like America. She has her children, she has her adopted children, everybody mixed together. But this couple, they kept on coming for black children. And the system did not ask them why. Even the system that's supposed to be doing checks on these children, they still have a 9-year-old among them. How come everything failed? How come? If not for that neighbor that called the police on them, these children would have still, as we speak, be under slavery. How come even the system failed them? How come? One Miss Gail, thank you for joining today. We are still fighting for rights. That is the truth. That is the truth. Yesterday I had a seminar that for 1 hour we had Dr. Asani come to talk to us. He came to talk about the fight that colored people, black people are going through. The fight that they are still, he's now, he talked about the constitutional law, the rights, but still some people are still treated poorly, even even when there are laws saying you should not. Some people are still judged poorly. When some people talked about injustice, these children, what happened to them? Not only did the adopted parent fail them, the system also failed them. And it's very sad. So this is a wake-up call to all the sisters out there. Before you saying, yeah, think if you're not ready to be a mother, don't get pregnant. That is pure and simple. Don't say it was a mistake. No. No. Stand your ground and say no. It's not a must to date and open and then compromise your way and then coming to cry after. No. If you want to have a baby, stand to raise them. Nothing is wrong in having children. I love children. But make sure you raise your child. Don't give your child up for adoption and somebody like this wealthy white couple will come and use your own child, your blood, to toil the farm that your great grandparents were freed from. Don't. My sister, it is 12 a.m. shift. Okay. I will still stay awake a little bit because I'm interested in this story. Very sad and infuriating story. It is very sad. When I saw it from New York Times, I follow them on Instagram, so I get news as they happen. When I saw it, I read the story, I was disturbed. I kept quiet. I went back online to read more, to actually know what happened. How did it happen? Why five black children? Why? Because it was intentional. And if not that they've been caught now, these people might end up having 10 black kids to work their farm and everything in between. And if you see where they live in a very secluded place, farmland, big, massive. It's not somewhere you say the children might go to grocery and somebody kind will look at them and say, this is not a well-fed child. No. They will go to certain areas that will suit them, where their likes are, so that nobody will question anything. But thank God for that neighbor that saw the living condition of these children and called the police. God will always send help. Even at the 11th hour, God sent help for these children. And that's how the children are freed. But guess what? They are still going back to foster care. Would they give them out to another family right now? Maybe not. So they are still in the system. And tomorrow, when they turn into being, mean to others, they will now start calling them those black kids that were not raised well. Who raised them? These wealthy white folks, right? They are turning them to even to become what the society itself cannot handle. And tomorrow they will start saying otherwise. It's very sad and very pathetic. Guys, please like this live stream for me. Like. All right. Nina Edward, good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining. Me with loss, thank you for being here. Thank you. Sincerely speaking, if you're not ready, I keep saying, because if we don't produce these children and give them up for adoption for strangers to come and adopt them, just like Mr. Korobidi said, his children will be better off in foster care than with their mother. What a very, very mean word. I don't want to say what I want to say because the words to describe these things are so strong, and I don't want my video to be flagged. This man said that his children are better off in foster care. That will not happen to Cora Obidi because she's fighting for her children. They will not go to foster care. And for anybody thinking that foster care is always better, it's not. You might get a few of them that have good intentions on how to make the best for the children, take good care of them, raise them better. But to me, it's still not the same. Because your mother will make sure, sit down there to make sure you become something. Even if the father is not there, mothers will. But on the other side, they say, he's throwing tantrum. The next thing they will put you into going to see shrinks. And that's how you get medicated, because they don't want to put in so much effort on trying to have communication with you, nurture that child. No. I remember the instance I had with one child that is in a foster home. At age 6 years, he's already calling the N words. Age 6, calling a black person N words. You know what that means? That's the discussion they have in their home. That's the conversation going on in their homes. And then when even the bigger kids, the children raised by this home, I'm making reference to. The first one has been under therapy. The second one, the same. The third one, the same. The fourth one, the same. They say it's because of what their parents went through, so it is affecting the children. What this one went through is affecting the children. It's not true. They would have done better if they had done 9 months with the children, incubating the child for 9 months, going through labor to bring out that child, the pain, the struggle, the fear, the restlessness. They would have put in more effort to see that that child becomes better than they are. But these people, they don't put it. The government is giving them payment, paying them every day to cater for the children. So what's there? They're not putting so much effort. But when it's yours and government is not paying you to take care of your children, you want your child to be better. You don't want your child in the system. So Mr. Korobidi is saying that the children might be better in foster home than their mother's place. Should think again. Hi, Entertainment Daily. How are you? Thank you for coming in this morning. I just wanted to, quickly run this story. It's a very pathetic story, but that's what is happening in America. That is the story of America. In 2024, a certain couple adopted 5 black children to work their farm, to do manual labor, forced labor. Now they are being charged for all of those and they are pleading not guilty. I talked to my children about RACIMs and in America, and I talked about colonization of Africa. Yeah, our kids need to know our history. They need to know where they're from. They really need to know. They need to know the American history. And it's so sad that it's still in existence. When I saw the story 2 days ago, I said, oh my goodness, this is a very hard conversation for me to have. God help me. But I'm glad I'm having that conversation. I am so glad I'm having that conversation. And I'm using this opportunity to talk to our young girls from age 13. I know 13 are they have access to YouTube. 13 to 20 something. If you're not ready for 13, there you have no business when you're 13 and in middle school. When you're 14, 15, 16, you have no business bringing a child to this world. Take my word from it. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You have no business whatsoever to bring any child to this world. If your mates are busy having boyfriends, tell them you're not ready. Let it be that you don't have anybody saying hi to you. You're not ready. You have no business whatsoever to bring a child to this world when you're still a child. I'm talking to our young folks right now. Because guess what? When your parents cannot take the child from you in your teen, when you have a teenage pregnancy, and your parents say, I warned you not to get pregnant. I told you, I'm not ready to start raising a child. If your parents are not willing, don't blame them because they warned you, but you couldn't keep your legs closed. You compromise yourself and put yourself in a family way. Now you cannot handle the child. The next thing, the child goes to the system. The next thing, these folks that adopted 5 black children will come and adopt your child and use them as slavery while you're somewhere having fun. Think about the process. It will help you to shut your legs and everything in between. Don't find yourself in a compromising situation that will get you into a family way when you're not ready. Your body is not ready. Your mental health is not ready. You're not even mature enough to handle yourself. How much more handling a baby? And to the younger kid, to older kids, talking about 18, 19, 20, your business is to come out of college. That is your business. You have no business making babies. Because the moment you have a child, that means you need a home. That means you need a job. You have no business having a child when you don't have a job, you don't have a home. This might not be a palatable statement for you guys to hear, but hear the truth. Let someone say it. If you're not ready to be a mother, to care for a child, don't bring one to this world. Because guess what? They might end up with the likes of a white feather, that's the woman's name, that will make your child to shine her shoes, make her coffee, work her yard, work her farm, and feed her animals. Read my lips. If you know you're not ready to be a mother, sisters, don't bring a child to this world to suffer. Don't. Close your legs very well until you're ready. I don't even understand the rush of having a boyfriend. Tell me, middle school age, that's all they talk about. Boyfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend. Middle school, 13, 14, 12, 11, 10. That's all they talk about. 11, 12, 13, 14. That's the middle school age. That's all they talk about. But this one has a boyfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend. There was a situation about a girl. She was 11 and her boyfriend was 13. Guess where the people they came? To give birth in the hospital. 11. The mother couldn't even come. It was her grandma that the hospital handed the baby to. Tell me 11. Age 11. She didn't know how to push. She didn't understand what they were doing. It was a difficult labor, to the point that some nurses came out crying. The only consolation they had was that the grandma took the baby from her, and the grandma promised that she was going to raise the child. Tell me what an 11-year-old girl is doing with a boy. And because the boy is also 13, you're not charging them for anything. He's also a minor. Are you going to charge minor for getting entangled with another minor? It was just so complicated, to confuse young people. 13 and 11. Middle school age. So please, if you have a daughter, bring them closer. I'm talking to my fellow sisters, people that look like me, my black sisters. Bring them closer. Don't drive them away. Don't always, no, tell them what the reasons why you said no boyfriend. Give them the statistics, give them the facts. They are way too young for anything. Boyfriend, what? Somebody will call me a very strict mother. I am. Because I'm saying, making sense. I'm strict. I'm saying it the way it is. You have no business whatsoever having a boyfriend at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have no business. You don't need it. Because before you know it, you find yourself in a family way. And then what happened? Somebody will come and say, no, you put them on contraceptive. At age what? You're putting them on because you want to encourage them to get into having boyfriends. That's why you put your little child, a teenager, on contraceptive. What happened about nurturing? What happened about telling them the wrong from the right? What happened about giving them those education? Them keeping their body until they are ready. There is nothing wrong in saying that. Keep their body until they are ready. There is nothing wrong. That story of 11 and 13, when I heard it, I was disturbed. I said, really? If you see the child, you don't even know what to tell the child. Labor was tough because the pelvic wasn't even strong enough to push baby. They had to go through CS to make sure they save the child and the mother. So, if you're a grandma raising your granddaughters, do well by them and be honest and tell them to wait. If you're a mother like me, raising girls, do well by them by being honest and telling them there is no rush. Just take your time. When you're old enough to have a boyfriend, nobody will tell you. Don't let anybody deceive you. Let them, even your friends at school or schoolmate, let them call you names that you're the only one that doesn't have a boyfriend. It's all good. And tell the boy you're not ready. Anyway, guys, I've been talking for 55 minutes and this conversation is a very hard one for me to do. However, we need to talk about it. This is what we saw in our time. This is what is happening in our own time in 2024. That is, certain couple in West Virginia adopted 5 black children and used them as slaves to work their farm, use them for manual labor, for forced labor, according to the authorities. They said forced labor. And this couple, they are now being charged and pleaded not guilty for all the charges. They are now being charged. Let me go back and read the charges for you guys again so that you know what we're talking about. Okay, so the couple is facing dozens of charges, including human trafficking, child neglect, and forced labor after the adopted 5 black children were forced to do labor and live in deplorable condition. So, it could be your child if you don't take care of your own. And Mr. Korobidi is also telling his fans and followers that his own children will be better off in a foster home than being with their mother. This is a foster home. This is a woman that did full adoption to take care of these children, foster parents. And look at what she and her husband turned these children to. Right now, they are trying to sell their homes and all of that, to sell their farms to raise 500,000, which they already raised, but the court is still considering whether to bail them or not. Why didn't they adopt white children? Why 5 black children? If not an intentional act of continuing slavery in 2024. If you have a different opinion, let me know what you think in the comment section. And I want to thank all of you that joined me today to have this strong conversation, this, disturbing topic, this, Topic that will make you cry when you think about, imagine what those children, especially how it was reported in the news by the deputies and the court document. When you think about their living condition at the time, you feel very sorry for those children. You ask God, why did their parents abandon them? Why did their parents give them up for adoption? Is it that there was no other person in their family line that could have taken these children? It's really very sad. Very sad. So, guys, don't forget to like this live stream for me. Don't forget to share if you haven't done that. And if you're meeting me now, my name is Oyoyo. Let me know your contribution to this conversation in the comment section. Remember, Oyoyo holds talk shows whenever we have the time. And catch me again this evening at 5 p.m. It's already 8:18 a.m. So I need to go and get ready for today's walk. Catch me in the evening today for another conversation. We'll be digging deeper. Yesterday, I told my subscribers that the story between Kim K and her ex bestie in the WhatsApp group is getting interesting. Very, when I mean interesting, is becoming a very serious one. So we might talk about it. And I read some certain conversation to you guys yesterday night, and you guys said I should talk about it as well. So I'm reviewing their case right now, going through their videos and their post and their document they posted and shared online. We are going to talk about them much later today. So, guys, I have one other story you guys asked me to do, the story of Josh Duggar, the celebrity, the reality TV star that was found guilty for possessing and downloading children's pornography. Okay, you guys already know, you want the story. So I will see how I can fit in the story in another live stream. So don't forget to follow me on Facebook. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to turn on your post notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're meeting me for the first time, it's yours truly, Oyoyo. Thank you guys for joining me today. Until I see you guys much later today, stay well, stay blessed. And if you're a sister out there and you have a boy that is telling you, I love you, make sure you're protected. Don't go having unprotected relationship that will compromise you and put you in a family way when you're not ready to take care of children. Don't bring a child to this world that you're not ready to nurture, to raise, and to cater for his or her well-being. If you're not ready, close your leg. And if you must get protection. That's what I would tell you. And for the young folks, our teenagers, go and face your book and graduate from middle school, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree. Find yourself thinking that you want to be among the top. Don't be thinking that you want to remain at the bottom. I know you'll be saying, oh, yeah, why the switch where you were talking to teenagers? Because I have one at home. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate all of you. Until I see you guys in my next live stream, turn on your post notification bell so you can receive my notification whenever I go live. Thank you all. Bye, everyone.